What is up, everybody? My name is of course Kevin, and today we're gonna talk about the Zhiyun Smooth 4. Now, first off, I wanted to start off by saying, Zhiyun, wow, thank you. You made an absolute brilliant gimbal. Brilliant. So in my case, I switched up from the Huawei P20 Pro to the Galaxy S9 Plus with the reason that I have 4K 60 FPS. The P20 Pro had a better camera, so it was better, it had better quality, but in regards to video, the Samsung has a bigger advantage since it has the 4K 60 FPS. Now, let's start off by saying this. I am an Android user and I absolutely do not like iPhones, so hence therefore the Android phone. Now, this one can also record external audio if you are not using the ZY Play app, because with the ZY Play app you are not able to use external audio yet. Probably maybe soon in an update, we won't know. Now, there are a couple of things that are working on this one, and there are a couple of things that are not working on this one. The first off, to show off what we got here, I will just turn on the application and connect right to it. So as you guys can see, I am currently trying to connect. So the Smooth 4 hub, and thank you very much, we are connected right now. Okay, so at this moment I am connected to the application straight away to show you which functions on the Zhiyun Smooth 4 are working with my camera. The phone itself is on 56% charge and the gimbal is at 88% charge. So, what is possible with the Galaxy S9 Plus and the Zhiyun Smooth 4? Now, first of all, let me say this. With my Huawei P20 Pro, this focus wheel and zoom wheel wasn't working at all with my Huawei P20 Pro. The app would crash, it would turn off the moment I touch it. So in this one, it is actually working. So with this said, what does it mean? I will just click on record so you can actually see it. I will put it as a second screen. So with this one, I am actually at a very beautiful location here, which is a lake in the middle of my city. The zoom functionality of this one is absolutely gorgeous. It works flawlessly, and if I switch it to the autofocus, then it just does what it says it does, which is absolutely great. Now, many of you have this important question: Kevin, is it possible to record in 4K 60 FPS? Now, let me tell you this. First of all, it is possible. You can record 4K 60 FPS. I mean, basically, it's what you selected probably, right? No. So, you can select 4K 60 FPS if your phone has that option. But if your phone doesn't have that option, then of course you cannot select it either. But in this case, I can select 4K 60 FPS, but what does it do is making a video in 4K 30 FPS. Why? Because probably they just put it there just for show. Future updates will show if it is an actual possibility, if it actually will work. Now, what do we have here is HDR mode, HDR on, off, that does work. The flash button, it does work. The photo button, it works. The record button, it works. Display button, it works. The menu button works flawlessly. Now, probably the most important thing of all is whether you want to shoot in 4K 60 FPS or not. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. First of all, many people of you are watching this video probably on your phone or your tablet, which doesn't even have a 4K screen. So 4K recordings actually are pretty useless unless you are planning on looking at it later on the TV. Now, let me just show here what does work. The 180 degrees panoramic is working. The 3x3 panorama. Now, that is the main thing that has some issues to it. It has its moments. So the 3x3 panorama, right? Let me just throw down this one right over here. Let me just go like so. Let me just click the photo button and let's see if it will perform a 3x3 panoramic picture. Now, it works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes. I think it kind of depends on where you are Because for instance, if you are going to try to make a panoramic photo 3x3 inside, then it's probably not going to work. But outside, if you have some really good visual, you have higher chances of getting that 3x3. But do not stop after trying it once and it doesn't work. Just try it a few times and eventually you will get the picture you want. So let us see, it just generated the picture and it blown out completely. So this time it didn't work, it only took the middle line, which is not good. So 3x3, as I say, it works sometimes, sometimes not. Now the app never crashed on me once, never. So that works very well. Now we have of course the button on the bottom here as well, the pan, focus and the lock mode. When I put it in lock mode, it does what it says it does. I mean, I can basically move the gimbal in any direction I want and the phone is not moving. Now with my Huawei P20 Pro, when I did that and after that I switch it back to pan follow, then the problem would be that the app crashes and it will just turn off and the gimbal will not work. I have to restart the gimbal. Now in this one, I just switch it back to pan follow and guess what? It's working. So with a Samsung, it is actually really well supported. Now let's see what else do we got in here. So as said, we have slow motion. Slow motion doesn't work. I will not even show you. Because if I want to record slow motion, I don't even do it like this. I just record a regular video and just slow it down in post-production. But the slow motion function is here, but it doesn't work. Then we have the time-lapse feature. Time-lapse works. Also motion time-lapse. Motion time-lapse works as well. So the gimbal is moving left to right. But unfortunately, the video is very jittery and it's really not what it's supposed to be. But anyway, if you want to make a good time lapse, we all know that it's better to just have a, for instance, 1,000 pictures just stitched together that you can actually work with than one jittery video that just looks terrible. Because high quality pictures are always better. Anyway, then we have the vertigo. Vertigo does work. I mean, it works, but this is an Android phone and we all know in Android phones, zooming in, zooming out, it is not the smoothest thing. Now, I have to admit, I mean, for zooming in and out, for the Samsung Galaxy, it is okay. It's not the smoothest of all, but need to think it like this. It's a phone. You're not going to make a quality movie out of it. You can make decent videos. I can say that. You can make really decent videos since cameras these days on phones are absolutely amazing. But everything works pretty fine for the rest on this phone. So I did the firmware update to the 1.76, I think it is now. I have the app completely updated and everything is there. So I think it should work. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe.